Internet.
Hello, Internet.
It's me. It is I, Wingsum.
Gross.
Mate, that's where you introduce yourself.
Oh, hi, it's Wingy.
Yeah, and this is Roll Me a Hero, and we're trying a new thing where we have an organized start to stream, alright? And basically, it's not working.
Oh, what?
Anyways, every week we come on here, we roll some random characters and then we draw them. Yeah, and this week we're doing a couple of kobold coworkers. So that's kind of lit, actually.
Coworkers.
Is that not what they are? I thought that's what they were.
No, that's what they are. I just think the coworker dynamic is a lot.
It's beautiful. It's blessed. It's beautiful.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, so we rolled them already. One of them is a cleric of the life domain and a bounty hunter, and the other one is a fighter cavalier and an acolyte. And my thought is, if they're co-workers, that what's actually happening here is that they are both in an inquisition, like inquisitors. And this is getting it. Yeah. Okay, hold on to your pants for a second. This is getting into the story a little bit, but I think the idea would be they're both inquisitors, and then they realize that the true evil was the Inquisition all along. And that's their adventure.
I think that sounds good. We need to have less shitheads on our.
Oh, you don't like the shithead ratio on our triangle?
Listen, it's really high.
Okay, so you're drawing first, and you're gonna draw the kobold fighter cavalier acolyte. So let's assign their stats really quick. Kobolds get a +2 to Dex, I believe.
Lit. I was gonna say I am always partial to a high dex character if they can use dex as
The
their.
the only thing is that mounted fighters are one of the few ones that they have the raddest weapon, which is the lance.
Oh, you gotta be strong.
You gotta be strong for that. Although I wouldn't be opposed to a dex fighter with like a, I don't know, like which ones are the finesse weapons? I've already forgotten.
I've
The
also
number of
forgotten.
times I've opened up the Roll20 weapons D&D 5th edition page is obscene. It's like every other day. um
Yeah, I just can never remember which weapons are which.
okay, so daggers are finesse, but those are definitely not a horse weapon. They could be a mounted archer.
Horse weapon.
Although, okay, so the features for the fighter cavalier is
We can make it a lance. I just don't know what the rest of their stats are.
sure,
You
sure, sure, sure,
feel?
sure, sure. I'm like just looking at things. So the thing is that like yeah,
What?
I think it needs to be. I'm sorry, I'm thinking. I think it needs to be a strength fighter, just because the features of the fighter cavalier are very much like they're more like melee crowd control characters.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would pick up either like one of those like because fighters get a fighting style. I think that they should
Mm-hmm.
probably pick up like we can get into this while you're drawing actually, but we just need to choose like a sort of like where to put the stats.
Okay, so then we'll say the highest one is strength, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I'm
So
kind
let's
of
throw that
inclined for
16
a
on strength, right?
yeah, I'm kind of inclined for a high strength, high wisdom
That
fighter.
feels good to me. So we can throw the 15 on wisdom.
And then I would obviously love their decks to be positive. That's just a personal requirement for all of the characters that I make.
Well, so they have a +2 to dex because of their kobold features. So we could
Mm-hmm.
actually give that 14 to dex, and then it would be a equal strength and dex fighter. So you could like switch
Perfect.
out the
We love
weapon.
that. We love
Um,
that.
and then for fighters, I would throw that 12 on con.
Oh, you know what? Let's actually throw the 14 on con and do 14 decks.
Oh, you're so right. So 14 con, 14 dex, and then so then we just have a 10 and 11 for charisma.
Oh,
And
there were no
int.
negatives?
No. Don't
Wow.
you worry. The cleric has some negatives.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh buddy.
The cleric rolled decidedly worse stats, which is just funnier. It's just funnier.
It is just funnier. So I think I don't. It doesn't matter which one we do for
I don't
charisma
think so either,
in
but I would put
tenth.
the 11 on charisma with the off chance that you increase the charisma stat because you're an acolyte. So, like, being convincing might be
Word.
neat.
That makes
Um,
sense. You don't
okay.
need to be. It don't need to be smart.
Smart. Should we assign the stats for
Smart.
both the characters right now, or should we do your
Yeah, let's
drawing
actually
and
do
then?
that.
Okay, so,
Let's do
well,
that.
okay, but, and then we'll name them right after.
Yes.
Okay. So for the cleric of the life domain bounty hunter, this is such a
Oh
wild.
no.
This is already an unhinged stream. Um, do bounty hunters? This I feel like this bounty hunter is not a sneaking bounty hunter. I think it's the kind that you see on television that like busts down doors and is just like way too much.
Yeah,
Great.
absolutely.
Okay, so clerics need to have high wisdom, so I think that we have to throw that 16 on there. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
and then after that, the stats get kind of unfortunate. I think this 14
Oh,
needs to be strength.
yeah. I would also love a positive constitution on a cleric.
Yeah, 13 con maybe.
Yeah.
And then let's see.
I think we're gonna put them in plate anyways, so it doesn't matter if they have positive checks.
Okay, I mean they get the +2 dex.
Oh, you're right, you're right.
So we could throw so there's the remaining 3 stats are 8, 9 and 10. So
Ooh, spicy.
so if we put the 8 on dex it becomes a 10.
Well, I think we should do that. I think that we should put the
9 should be
10.
intelligence, no?
Yeah, I was gonna say 9 should be intelligence, 10 should be charisma.
Okay, this guy kind of has cursed stats. We love to see it. Okay, and now we have to do the most cursed part of this stream, which is name them.
Names.
Names should happen.
There's some like little bonking happening on your microphone.
Is there? I mean,
Yeah.
absolutely fuck me. Fantasy name generator. Here we go. Not fantasy name generator being one of my most visited websites.
Diglow.
No.
Diglow and Daglow. Those are
No.
genuinely two names on this.
What about clock?
I love clock.
Trug? That's a bad mouthfeel. That right there is a bad mouthfeel. Treng?
No. There's one that's a nip, but it's spelled like nipple without the L.
No.
Zox?
No.
A Zox?
Thrax? I don't mind Thrax,
one,
actually.
one of these names is just men.
Hilarious. Okay, Thrax Rumble Chaser is pretty good.
I think Thrax Rumble Chaser is a good one.
Thrax Rumble Chaser feels like the bounty hunter.
Yes.
And
But
then
they're also a cleric and they're bad at being a cleric.
yeah, I mean they're really bad at everything, honestly.
Zarpo?
Krung?
Zarpo.
No.
Gux. Egu.
No, we can't bring the egg energy into the characters. It's too much.
Stream egg is too powerful.
Ingus? Too close
That
to
sounds
Angus.
too much like Dingus.
Oh.
Two different directions.
DIS.
Disnuts.
No, this can't be another D's nuts stream.
um Heplo. Like Hep.
Dole?
Snuck.
Croak?
Ook. Um, what was the other one? Thrax?
Yeah, we named one Thrax.
Sniss?
Sn- Knall, Knal, all.
What?
Knall, Knal.
Snigs.
Joe.
Rello.
This is probably the worst part of our stream is just listening to us list
Oh,
names off
yeah.
of fantasy name generator into the mist. What about Chaz?
Vackle. I hate Chaz. We can't. Thrax and Chaz.
You don't want Thrax and Chaz.
I mean, I guess we could do Thrax and Chaz.
Chaz Rapid Feet.
What's the other one? Rumble something?
Rumble Chaser. Chaz
Rumble Chaser.
Brickhorn.
Brickhorn works. I don't. At this
What,
point, it's whatever. We've already named him Chaz.
Chaz Brickhead.
Perfect. Let's go with that.
Okay. I'm going to save this image and then you're going to draw first. Because we have no
Unhinged.
self-respect or respect for the game. Here comes Stream Egg. Hello.
Stream Egg's working on their middle splits.
Stream Egg has a much better middle splits than I do.
Me too.
Or than I ever did, really. Wow.
Oh, I was gonna sketch in red, and that might be too aggressive.
Hey, question. We never sorted out what your mount was gonna be for this Cavalier, and I absolutely refuse to make this Lakitu from Mario, so it can't be a Steam method.
I'm sad. I think we said turtle at one point. IDK.
Okay,
We've
we're gonna
talked
look
about
up
this a little
mounts for small characters in 5e.
I feel like we should just start. I'm just gonna start.
You should just start drawing the actual thing.
Yeah. So my understanding of kobolds is that they're like little tiny lizards, and they've got little horns.
Yep, perfect. You crushed the head shape in one.
I'm honestly impressed with myself because it's been real messy.
What kind of?
I haven't drawn in like a week.
Neither have I. It's a mess. What kind of sort of is this like a jungle situation? Do you think? Do you think their inquisition is?
We
through
talked
the jungle?
about them being in the desert. No,
We did talk about them being in the desert. Okay. I mean, I guess you could have a camel.
that's very funny.
Dogs are always a popular one in D&D for the small characters. You could also use a donkey.
I don't know if I can draw a donkey. You've seen how I draw horses. Fuck it, let's go donkey.
I feel like donkeys are cute also though. Like they're like kind of cute and I could definitely see them wearing like a cute little pack and like a little blanket for you to sit on.
Yeah. I feel like that makes sense. Let's do donkey. What the fuck is happening?
Especially
with
in
my
terms
eraser?
of like desert creatures. I feel like the donkey, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, alternatively, you get one of these freaky big lizard dudes, but then you have to draw two lizards, and I don't know if we can sit here through that.
And I also don't know if we can really talk about a society where lizards ride lizards. So
I'm not ready for that kind of social discourse.
yeah, I am fully. We're not gonna do that.
I try to keep my my D&D as devoid of moral quandaries as possible.
Yeah, truly. Can I give him cowboy boots? That's the real question.
You
I'm
can
not
give
going
him
the other
cowboy
way.
boots. I'm pro cowboy boots.
I
You can
love
also, you
drawing
don't
a
need to draw
stupid little.
him mounted either. You could draw him standing next to his mount. You know what I mean?
Well, why would I do that?
Okay, I tried. I tried to make it a little easier for you. What about a llama? Like a llama or
Yes.
an alpaca? I found you an adorable reference image. Let me send. I'm gonna Discord it to you. Okay.
Okay. Oh my goodness. This is incredible. Incredible work. I don't think llamas can llamas be in the desert? I feel like they would get too hot.
It's our
We
fantasy
can
world.
change.
They can be in the desert.
Yeah.
Do alpacas live in the desert? That's the first question on. Yeah, they live in the high and dry Atacama Desert in northern Chile, but also the wet and stormy Tierra del Fuego at the southern tip of the continent. So they're just very adaptable little friends.
Ugh, incredible. Let's do this. I love this.
They're kind of hard to draw though, so get fucked.
I'm fully doing a cartoon one.
Oh my
You
god,
know.
not both of them having pretty much the same head shape. It's so choice.
They do.
It's really cute. No, 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 no. You're doing great. No panic. You're doing great.
Always panic. Anyways, should we talk about the setting? Because we've talked about this beforehand, and I don't think we should keep referencing things we talked about before stream.
You don't think that makes for good audio?
Us saying random ass shit.
Okay. I mean, here's the deal. We discussed them being in the desert, going on like a little. So we discussed the Inquisition today. So we discussed them going on a little Inquisition for their faith of
We'll
dragon,
figure it out.
dragon faith,
Dragon?
big dragon faith.
Big dragon face.
They worship the big dragon in the sky.
Natch.
And they're going on an inquisition for this dragon, and they're hopping through the desert, forcibly converting people as they go. And then they come to the realization that the true evil was in the Inquisition all along. Did I miss anything? It's just a desert, right? And then we were saying there's probably like in this world, it's probably populated by like kobolds and lizard folk, and then maybe some like genasi, dragonborns, like very like reptilian, primordial, like that kind of energy.
The neck of this llama is too short. Or maybe the body's too big. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Any- Anyways, the thing that we talked about that I'm interested in, and we can decide if this is still relevant, is them being at an oasis in the desert,
Oh,
like their
right. As
home
their like
base.
home base. That's actually really good. Because then it's like they feel like they have the divine right. Because they've been
Right, because
given.
they've been given the water source. I actually think that this llama is too big for this kobold. I think that's the issue. Anyways, yes. Um,
I think that's great. Also, kobolds get pack tactics, which makes them even better for an inquisition. I'm just saying. That shit is hilarious. We love pack tactics. In case you aren't aware, you have advantage on an attack roll against a creature if at least one of your allies is within 5 feet of the creature and the ally isn't incapacitated. That's dope.
as a cavalier, does the mount count as an ally?
That is an interesting question. I think that for the purposes of making it not OP, probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
Cavaliers also already have a lot of up close fighting advantages, which I'm gonna get into in a second. I just want to get past this like little story bit also because they also have this feature called grovel, cower, and beg, which is that as an action you can cower pathetically to distract nearby foes, and then until the end of your next turn, your allies gain advantage on attack rolls against the enemies against enemies within 10 feet of you that can see you. which is so funny.
That is so funny.
It's just that you can lie down on the ground and be a dramatic little bitch and then distract all the enemies by doing this.
I mean, that's perfect, right?
So blessed.
That's so good.
It's so blessed. Like I feel like in the Inquisition setting, it would be very like the whole thing would be like you are like making a show of praying to the big dragon in the sky. And then
Mm-hmm.
that show of praying to the big dragon in the sky is what sort of like distracts.
Distracts. Yeah. I think this leg needs to come. I'm just gonna erase this.
Okay,
Yes.
so let's talk about fighters because we've had other fighters on this show, but actually, I
We
think
had other fighter.
we've only had one, and we did not spend a single second of stream talking about the mechanics.
We did just make it a stream about our feelings about a certain CEO.
Baleen Tusk. Anyways,
Anyways,
so fighters make a good tank. They get chainmail as starting equipment, which is kind of lit.
is that 16 plus dex? What's
I can't
or
remember.
just 16?
I think it might just be
Well,
16.
cool.
Yeah, and here we can start getting into the sort of insanity of a mounted fighter, all right? Because this guy can be a real heavy hitter. I want to talk about a specific weapon, which we don't. I mean, like, I guess last stream was a item stream, but this time around, I'm talking about like a specific weapon, which is not one we've done before, which is the lance. It's a 1d12 piercing weapon that is considered a special melee weapon. Here's the thing. So you have disadvantage when you use the lance to attack a target within 5 feet of you. And when you're not mounted, it requires 2 hands. But when you are mounted, it's a one-handed 1d12 weapon.
Jesus. I see where this is going.
And if you pick up the dueling fighting type, then you get a +2 to damage rolls with this 1d12 weapon, and you can hold a shield. Which is kind of broken.
Incredible.
It's kind of broken.
That's incredible.
And I think the interesting thing is that if there's pack tactics, it doesn't require you to be within 5 feet of the creature. It only requires an ally to be within 5 feet of the creature. So if you
So you
have
can be 10 feet away.
right, so if you have a 2 tank party, then like a 2 frontline party, it's just an insane combo.
Do I give the llama cursed teeth?
I wasn't going to mention anything about how zoomed in on the llama's face we are right now.
Oh,
Also,
you don't want to see where this is going?
we've been interchangeably using the word llama and alpaca, and I just need the stream to know that we know that they're two different animals, but we don't know the difference between them. So it's just going to be like this.
We know that they're two different animals because we are annoying children at heart.
So, anyways, I hope you know how to draw a lance, is what I'm saying, because I think this person should have a lance and pick up the dueling fighting style at level 2.
I just need to make sure I remember, like, I know for a fact what a lance looks like before we start drawing the up. Okay, I do know what a lance is.
It's the big pointy stick.
I love a big pointy stick, honestly. Lance in front or lance in back? What do you think the vibe is?
I don't know.
Unhelpful. Let me go back to my image of Charmander as reference.
Maybe I'll pick up the Charmeleon as the reference here.
Get the little head spike.
I love that Google wanted me to add the word Pokemon after Charmeleon, as if there was any other reason to Google Charmeleon.
What other features do the Cavalier Fighter get?
Oh my god, let's get into this. I can't believe you derailed the Pokemon stream part of this stream. How dare
I
you?
know. I'm showing real restraint, honestly.
Absolutely get fucked. Hold on. Before we get to the Cavalier stuff, let's just finish up the first couple of pre subclass features for the fighter. The other ones are Second Wind, which allows you to bonus action regain some hit points, and then Action Surge, which allows you to take another action, which both are sick. If you play any kind of sort of melee y character or even a ranged one, I actually pretty much always think that a multi-class for a martial character, if you can multi-class into either fighter or barbarian, it's like kind of worth it, because you get some cool features that are just like good for making you even more annoying to kill.
Obnoxious.
Yeah. Anyways, the Cavalier is sick. Cavaliers are all about mounted combat. And likely, in order to have a mount, you are already rich. So that's kind of hype.
I mean,
Uh, Cavaliers, I mean, this one's kind of a boring feature, but it's neat nonetheless because I think it gives you a lot of flexibility for. This cowboy boot is cracking me up, by the way.
I did not want to draw lizard foot.
The cowboy boot and the llama's face are cracking me up. Okay, anyways,
I need to fix the llama's face. I don't know how to, but I will get there.
Cavaliers, when you choose the archetype at third level, you get proficiency in additional skill out of the choices of animal handling, history, insight, performance, or persuasion. Alternatively, you can learn a language. And I think this friend here probably picks up maybe insight.
Insight.
I think
I
from a
do love
stats
and
standpoint, animal handling or insight makes a lot of sense, but it's so funny to give them performance or persuasion.
I know. I was like, I really want to give them performance or persuasion. My God, that would be so
It's
funny.
so funny. It's like not good from a mechanics standpoint, but it's so funny.
I might anyways. Because I think their background's acolyte, so they probably get insight as one of the proficiency options there.
Yep, skill proficiencies are insight and religion. Hey,
Nice.
sorry, one of the rabbits was up to shit. Okay.
Natch.
Okay, so besides the bonus proficiency, let's get into the cool shit. So Cavaliers, at the third level, they get this thing called Born to the Saddle, which is that you basically are just very good at riding things. You have advantage on saving throws made to avoid falling off your mount. If you fall off your mount and descend no more than 10 feet, you can land on your feet if you're not incapacitated, which is huge. So you don't land
Jeez.
prone.
That's crazy.
There's no save involved in not landing prone. You just like, even if you fall off the mount, you just aren't prone when you get down. Which, like, can you even imagine? How would you fall off a horse and not be prone?
I would fall off a horse and break all of my bones. So.
Finally, mounting or dismounting a creature only costs you 5 feet of movement rather than half your speed. First of all, half your speed is insane already as it is, because mounting a creature would definitely take me a full action, maybe 3.
Maybe 3. Definitely 3. I don't know what you're talking about.
But that means you could attack, run 25 feet, and then hop on a horse all within one turn.
That's crazy.
So, like, if you're in a situation where you're trying to escape, but you do want to bitterly do some attacks on the way out.
I mean, of course. There's a hand here. We're gonna ignore the fact that I can't. That I
This,
cannot draw it
this
out.
limp hand is so funny.
I just think we're gonna
Woo!
we're gonna do front hand holding the reins, back hand holding the weapon. No, my arm
Probably.
length is not correct.
I'm confused about the lines in the back, to be honest with you.
Which lines?
I mean, all of them, but specifically the one that I think might be the reins.
I'm working on it.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. I'm just gonna stop looking until you tell me you're ready.
Emotionally and spiritually.
Okay. Here's the thing about these later classes is that their mechanics get way more complicated because the Wizards of the Coast people were like, how do we make this unique? Um,
I hate whatever voice you just used
you
there.
didn't like that? You didn't like that.
No.
Interesting. Interesting. Anyways, you get this feature called Unwavering Mark. It's a little complicated.
Brand.
Basically, when you hit a creature, um, you mark that creature. While
Mm-hmm.
the only thing is, it makes it so that you can't really attack it with a lance. Because when that creature is within 5 feet of you, it has disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target you.
Oh, interesting.
Additionally, and this one doesn't have a this part
Are you
doesn't
looking
have
at this
a,
flip?
I'm ignoring you right now. Just rotate it. It's fine.
I don't think it can be rotated because I think the kobold is fine. I think the llama's fucked.
Oh yeah, baby. Here it comes. Fuck.
Honestly, I think just fixing the back legs back here is what needs to happen, right?
Yeah, I mean they're both weirdly
Yeah.
straight, but it's okay.
You know that I can't draw movement.
Okay. If you, the creature that you marked deals damage to anyone other than you, so they don't even need to make an attack. It can be a spell of some kind. But if they deal damage to anybody other than you can, as a bonus action on your next turn, make a special melee weapon attack against that creature. You have advantage on that attack roll, and if it hits, your weapon deals extra damage to the target equal to half your fighter level.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you can just be bonking.
Here's the other thing, you are not limited to one creature. You can mark as many as you want, I think.
So basically, your entire, like, all of your combat is like, yeah, and then I mark them, and then you
Well,
mark
it's
them,
only
and then I
until
mark.
so it's only until the end of your next turn. So in early levels, you effectively can only mark one. But if you're like a level at level 5, you can mark two per turn, right? Like
Mm-hmm. And then fighters eventually get 3 attacks, no?
yeah.
Hi, Winston. Oh,
Okay. Oh,
Winston's in the way.
hold on.
Sorry.
I think Justin just entered somewhere he's not supposed to be.
We love this audio.
Justin. Justin.
Anyways, internet. I'm really trying hard to draw this lance, but I'm lance in a way that it blocks strategic things. What?
Why is the llama still kind of tilted?
It's drunk? I don't know. Don't at me.
Listen. You can't block the llama's face with your lance, also.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've actually tried to block the backhand.
Out of control.
Is it the front part that's tilted?
Yes?
I don't know what's tilted anymore.
I think everything underneath where the kobold is kind of fucked.
Hmm. I'm going to ignore you.
Fix it in post. Or don't, honestly.
I'm not going to. I don't. Here's the thing is that I like using the straight line tool. But I don't know if I can. Oh, you know what I actually should do is I should do a guideline under. That's what I should do. How long are lances?
However long you want them to be. This stream is already insane. I would put the lance in the backhand, to be honest with you.
I don't want to.
Okay. You do you, fam. You do you.
Ugh.
You don't have to listen to me. I just think from a composition standpoint.
It's already cursed.
I mean, it's not cursed. It's fine. Okay, anyways. So, unfortunately, you can only make this special melee weapon attack equal a number of times equal to your strength modifier, and then you regain all expended uses of it when you finish a long rest. But 3 times is quite a lot if you're only doing 1 or 2 combats between rests.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's so funny that you can, at higher levels, you could just roll in Mark 3 creatures and then say everybody must attack me. I feel like you'd want to take like the tough feat or something for that, and then just be much harder to bop down.
Bop, 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 bop to the top.
I hate you.
You had to know it was coming. What kind of clothing is this hooligan wearing?
I mean, you're not gonna like it. Probably armor, right?
But have you considered if they didn't wear armor?
Look,
There's only so many things I can tackle in one day.
do you think our friend Chaz Brickhead is a devout follower of the big dragon in the sky?
Yes. And I think he follows it because he believes in strength. And that's it. That's literally his only conviction.
I wonder if the dragon is like an oasis dragon. Like the concept of the dragon is like, because there's like different like chromatic dragons, you know? But like
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the idea of like a physical setting dragon.
Yeah, I feel like it could be Oasis Dragon. Um, I'll fix the hands later. Don't even worry. I
I
know they're
wasn't
fucked.
worried. I like the idea of an oasis dragon, and that they feel like their religion is correct because they were given the oasis, and everybody else should listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then Chaz and Thrax later discover there is no dragon, basically.
Word.
And then I feel like probably like the power hungry leader of the Inquisition is like also secretly a necromancer.
Oh, because what? Thrax is a life domain cleric.
Yeah, because otherwise Thrax is fully useless.
Thrax is fully useless. What do you want me to say?
I just feel
I don't
like
really know how to draw chainmail, so we're gonna
that's fine. Whenever I draw chainmail, I just use like a mesh.
brush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, we both draw in a deeply cartoony style, so it's fine, you know? Except for my one drawing of Tiger Cooks.
That was so cursed. When you sent me that, I was screaming.
I truly like entered a fugue state and then drew Tiger Cooks as an oil painting.
When you sent me that, I like screamed a little bit. I was like, "What the fuck did you do?"
Honestly, my best work on this stream is Aaron, the Aarakocra, doing a deep squat.
I feel like Chaz kind of has Aaron energy.
Chaz does have Aaron energy, holy shit. I mean, Aaron's a paladin and Chaz is an acolyte, right?
Yeah.
And as you can tell from this stream, neither of us have any hangups about religion. Uh,
You can't say shit like that.
Woo! Yeehaw.
Okay, we're gonna tackle the llama face now. Get ready.
I mean, all you have to do, it's fine. I think just put some eyeballs on there. It's fine.
Staples? I know. I just
Oh,
don't want
this
to.
back legs situation is.
I'm working on it.
What if you just zoomed it in so you don't have to draw the hooves?
This is exactly how I drew the hooves for Gleg, and we're not changing anything.
Okay. Yeah, but Gleg had a lot of other things happening in that drawing.
The three goats that I copy pasted.
I liked them. Goats are just like inherently demonic animals. Like their eye slits are so cursed.
Can I give it a big anime eye?
I don't care, mate. I mean, I don't. Oh my god. It's perfect.
Mm. You know that really cursed Animal Crossing eye with the bottom eyelash? I do think it actually needs to be lidded.
You don't like the big. Oh my god. I kind of like the big docile eyes though. Just like,
Me
hello?
too.
It is I. I'm here. What's the llama's name?
I don't know. Okay,
Cheese?
wait. Oh, cheese is so good though.
Chaz and Cheese? Well, Cheese didn't
Chaz
do
and
anything
cheese.
wrong. Cheese is only there because he's there.
Cheese has plot armor.
Cheese has plot
Official.
armor. And Cheese also is morally absolved of his sins.
Truly. Cheese has no concept of kobold society.
No, Cheese is just doing cheese things.
Okay. I'm actually just gonna start lining. I think that the sketch is not gonna get better. So
We've all
what
been there.
color? What
Mate.
color kobold?
Oh, interesting. Um, Maybe we could make them kind of blue because they're from the Oasis.
Word. We'll go full teal then, right?
Yeah. What color is shiny Charmander?
I know that the shiny Charizard is like black.
Oh, I hate that.
Men on the internet love it. So.
They love a goth kid. Well, okay, so the thing that kind of kills me is that shiny Charmander and shiny Charmeleon are this kind of horrible yellowy green.
Oh, I do know what you're talking about. Yes.
And then Charizard just is a black Charizard. Which is such a strange, like, why would they do it like that? I don't know. I feel like, okay, in the old shit, like Gen 2 or whatever, it's purple. They should have kept it purple. That's rad.
Why would they do that when they could make it cool and tough?
Fake.
I agree with you, but also, you know,
What do we think
Game Freak
Chaz's.
started making their games, right?
Yeah. What do we think
Yeah.
Chaz's whole energy for preaching is? Or maybe Chaz doesn't preach, but he desperately wants to be a preacher, but they like don't give him the preacher role
Youth
because he's an
pastor.
absolute brickhead.
That makes a lot of sense to me because I think what happens is I think he just talks about how cool it is to be strong, and they're like, that's not the entire
No.
religion.
Chaz, buddy. We also have the Oasis, which clearly gives us the divine right. And he's like, yeah, but
I'm
the
very
Oasis
strong.
dragon is like the buffest thing on the planet, and I'm also buff, and like everybody should
Yeah,
be
no, that's
buff.
exactly it. I feel like they're both kind of fuck ups in the church.
We've made more shitheads.
I it's so hard not to.
I love a shithead though.
It's just because we were such not shitheads in high school.
I mean, here's the thing. Neither one of them is grifter because neither of them have a high enough charisma stat to be a grifter.
Or intelligence to know that they're grifting.
Fuck.
What do kobold? They have like little claws, right?
I think so.
Whatever. I'm just gonna full cartoon this one, so.
Was there ever another
Um,
option?
no. Do kobolds have any other fun features?
Dark vision?
I mean,
They also
I
have sunlight
guess.
sensitivity, actually. So you have disadvantage on attack rolls and wisdom and perception checks that rely on sight when you are in direct sunlight, which makes the desert thing kind of challenging. But maybe they only Inquisition at night.
I was gonna say, I feel
Maybe
like
they're just
part of the power is that they Inquisition at night and people aren't expecting it.
they're nocturnal little fuckers.
Yeah, and they're like, go the fuck away. And they're like, no, it's time
I
to
feel
talk
like
about the
actually
Inquisition.
a lot of a lot of desert critters I feel like are nocturnal, right?
Because it's too fucking hot. No, stop it. It's too hot to not be nocturnal in the desert. This hand is really testing me. Erase.
Just make it a ball hand, honestly.
I could ball hand and I could give it just like little claws.
Yeah, just make it a ball hand with little pointies coming out of it, right? Because I feel like as long as you go into it intentionally, ball hand is fine.
I do think I need to erase my hair. But yes.
Yeah, that's fine. You actually don't need to draw the claws because the hand would be curled around the reins in such a way that you don't see the claws.
But what if he has brass knuckles?
No!
But have
Please.
you considered what if he has brass knuckles? Knuckles. Um, this is the part of the stream where you're supposed to be leading the talking.
I know, but all I can do is stare blankly into the middle distance and try and figure out what else to say about this Inquisition.
So how do they find out that it's bad?
Oh, good point. I feel like probably they wake up early one night and then they just see the leader guy like I'm wondering, okay, so it's definitely bad. There's definitely no dragon. I'm wondering if the leader has figured out a different like oh, maybe the warlock or not the warlock. I think that the leader of the Inquisition should be a warlock though. And that they're the warlock
Natch.
of a water genie.
Oh.
And that water genie is the one that made the oasis. And then one day these guys are like these absolute fuck up goons are just like they're like awake early or something or like they need to go to the bathroom in the night. And they're
As one
maybe
does.
maybe they're on guard duty together. Maybe the reason that they know each other is cuz they've been like assigned as partners, you know? and they don't necessarily like each other. They just kind of tolerate each other.
Coworker shit.
And then like coworker shit. Yeah, exactly. And then they are like on guard duty at the edge of camp one day, and then one of them like really needs to pee, and they have a whole ass argument about like whether or not it's okay to abandon your post to go pee. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
Chaz is like, you keep the pee on the inside because you're strong enough to keep that pee on the inside. And then Thrax like goes
The other
off to,
one's already pissing itself.
yeah. So Thrax leaves to pee and then overhears an insane conversation between the leader of the Inquisition and their patron.
Mm-hmm.
Realizes there's no big dragon in the sky. Or if there is a big dragon in the sky, they definitely aren't divinely chosen. Um,
Right. I kind of like the idea that the big dragon still exists somewhere. It's just not here. Like I feel like what happened was these two dumbasses stumbled into the oasis thinking it was the big dragon's like thing, you know?
yeah. And then it just turns out it's this genie's oasis.
Yeah.
And the genie is like not chill.
Mm-hmm.
And then, for the sake of Thrax's ability to contribute in combat, maybe the genie uses undead somehow, but also not required. I always love a warlock baddie because, just like as a DM, it
This
makes it.
hand is so bad.
It's okay. It's okay, bud. I love a warlock baddie because as a DM, it makes it really easy to like just kind of give them, like, narratively, it's so easy to make it like this person's bad.
Truly.
They're looking at like sort of a divine power. They're blindly following that divine power, and as a result, you guys are all fucked.
Truly.
Yeah, warlock baddie is good. Okay, so I think then like, do we think that these two absolute shitheads try to recruit people from the Inquisition, or do we think they just abandon their posts?
I think they immediately abandon, no?
Yeah, I feel like they don't have the charisma or the planning capability to try and organize a resistance. They probably abandon their post, um, and then like run into maybe like a desert genie, and they're like, "Hey, help!" And then the desert genie like helps them organize against the Oasis genie.
Yeah.
Like
I
the
think that's
Oasis
good.
genie is hoarding the sort of life-giving force.
Of the entire desert.
Right. Cuz like deserts have like flash floods and rains and things like that, and maybe this genie is like keeping it so that there's no flash floods and rains in the rest of the desert. It's like only the Oasis has access to water right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so then the sort of like sand, earth, desert genie is like, "Hey, everybody else needs water." And then there's like this inter-genie conflict, and they end up on the desert genie's side. And then maybe then their third party member is like the sort of like great nephew of the sand genie, and they're just like
God, we
just
love
like
a
this
nephew.
this like genasi, this earth genasi kid.
Yeah.
This earth genasi, probably like a sorcerer or something. Need like a blasty boy on this party.
I tried giving it hooded eyes again, and I was like, no, it needs the big docile.
Just big, a big cheese is just here to do cheese things energy.
Mm-hmm. Cheese is the real star of the show.
Just I love eyes on animals that show that they have actually no thoughts. Just
So
completely
like
head
your
empty.
so like your bunnies, just head empty existing.
Head empty, just vibes. This llama has nothing for you other than vibes. I have a question for you actually. Do you usually keep your line work for the renders on this stream?
It depends on how bad they are.
Okay. I pretty much always redo my line work, but I feel like I need to like get over myself.
You probably do.
Although my
What?
drawing from last weekend turned out really good once I redid it actually. So, who knows?
I think I've redone line work. I redid my Aaron line work and I redid my Vinny line work. I think those were the two.
Well, the Vinny one was cursed.
I was just fully that stream broke my brain.
I
You
can't
know?
I can't believe we can put Dwayne the Mithril Johnson in that stream.
That stream fully broke my brain, and
Such
by
a
the time I had to start
broken
drawing, I
stream.
was like, wow, they're really having a time this morning, aren't they? Yeah, I just like I'm low key probably not gonna redo this line work because I think that
I think it's
Chaz actually
fine.
looks okay.
Chaz looks pretty
Yeah.
good. Cheese is a little bit off kilter, but I do also feel like Cheese is just doing cheese things.
Yeah, also I think that animal like if you're doing an animal, you can make it as cartoony as you fucking want.
True. I wonder if they all wear cowboy boots.
In my head canon they do so that we don't see any feet.
It is kind of a Wild West desert.
Mhm. I'll probably in post give it like a fancy texture because that's the kind of shit I like to do.
I love the decoration on cowboy boots. It's like too
I
hot where
know.
we are to wear cowboy boots, but like I guess cowboy boots were worn in the desert, but that was for like actually doing work and
Physical labor.
like physical labor, and I don't do physical labor, and therefore there's no reason for me to wear cowboy boots.
I was gonna say if this lance was in the front, I would also make it fancier in post, but it's not, so it's not getting fancier.
Well, I thought I was gonna make my horrible barrel hammer fancier in post, and it was only mildly fancier in post.
Do you hear them having a good run?
Yep.
They're having a really good run.
Run, 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 run. Oh, Christ! What is happening on your end?
You know that chair that's in my living room?
Yeah.
One of them clung onto the side and knocked it over.
No,
He
buddy.
like jumped. He like jumped onto it and was like gonna. Anyways, I might just leave it down for the rest of stream.
That feels like the safest option, honestly.
Yeah. How do we feel about this line work? The lance looks kind of weird, no lie.
You know, I think that it's possible that the lance, like the big cone part, would extend downwards and cover up that backhand. Right? Because I do
How
feel
would you
like,
grab it?
well, I think that it's like a hilt, right? Like where the weapon itself is kind of, like how the hilt, the hilt is where you grab it,
How
and
to
also it like,
hold lance.
but like I think that it also is supposed to be like protecting your hand, right?
Yes, you appear to be right.
You appear to be
Okay.
right. Oh
What?
man. I just love your vote of confidence. It's really good.
I just always have the least combative energy all the time. 100% of the time, I'm non combative.
Non combative. We were at like a barbecue last night and I was kind of tired and cranky from traveling and I was
Hmm.
definitely non combative. Yep.
Those are the exact words I would use to describe both of us.
Definitely non combative. Yep.
That's good because that hand was cursed. I think the cone is actually too wide. I think that's actually the issue.
It's as big as its
Uh,
head, which is hilarious.
yeah, I do think the issue is that I actually made the angle of the cone too wide. Like it should cover the hand too, but it's also crazy. Uh,
What's the difference between a mall and a morning star, though?
unclear.
Oh, interesting. Looks like a
What?
mace is kind of just like big stick, big metal bonk boy at the end, and then the morning star is specifically the one with the spikes on it. Which I guess makes
Oh.
sense because it's a star, right? And then the
Mm-hmm.
flail is kind of like if the morning star also had a chain before the big bonk part.
Okay,
They do the
I
same amount of
understand.
damage in D&D terms, though. You'd think getting into D&D would make me better at identifying weapons.
Why?
I don't know. It's funny. I just give all my baddies a great sword. It's just the easiest one to deal with. Peek behind the curtain. If they're holding a weapon, it's almost definitely just a straight up sword.
Less
Um,
rules.
what?
Less rules,
Yeah,
right?
fewer rolls. It's just like they hold a sword. They attack multiple times. It's fine.
Cool. I think that's a better shape.
Yeah, that looks good.
Oh, the rain needs to be erased. Hold on. Wait, no, it shouldn't.
No,
I'm
no, no.
dumb.
It would be on the other side of the ring. You're good. You're good. You got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's definitely better. I think this might be it.
I think it
I
looks
did give it
good.
some extreme short king energy.
I love it. I feel like all kobolds are short kings now.
I would agree with that.
I mean, their creature size is small. Like, I think even gnomes are considered medium. I think it's just halflings that are considered small.
Really?
Yeah, 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 I think so. I think halflings might be small, but I think gnomes are medium creatures.
How did they decide that?
I don't know.
They're the same fucking size.
Hold on, let me look it up. Halflings are smaller than gnomes. Halflings are in canon like a full foot shorter than gnomes.
Wait, what size are gnomes? Oh,
Oh no, never mind. Gnomes are size small.
yeah.
They're 3 to 4 feet tall though, and halflings I think
And
are
then halflings
smaller.
are 2 to 3.
I don't really understand the halfling gnome difference.
Something, something, hobbit, but not.
Halflings are maximum about 3 feet tall.
Damn. Okay.
Hilarious.
This is Chaz and Cheese. Cheese is just living their best life, being a fluffy little friend.
Cheese is just doing cheese things.
I might change the tail so it's cuter.
I think also llamas have the like nub tail that kind of it's like kind of a rabbit tail situation where it kind of like flops down.
Yeah, I think I just want to do that a little bit,
That is cute.
right?
Yeah, I think that's not how llama tails work, but it is cute.
It's very cute. I'm good at making things cute. Okay,
Okay. Shall we switch over to Thraz? Or
let's
Thrax?
do Thrax.
Hold on, let me. Incredible. Okay, so we're on my page now, and I don't have a plan for this one's pose. There's no mount involved, so it's very like. Okay, I kind of want him to be like annoying though, like just like cackling or talking or something.
Dropping something.
Why dropping
Uh,
something?
because I think he's a fuck up, but sleeping on the job.
Fuck, that's actually kind of funny.
I feel like it could be like, leaning against a door, sleeping, or like holding a weapon that's holding them up. Do you know what I'm talking about? Anyways, so
I
Thrax
was
here are
kind of gonna give
oh,
Thrax the energy of somebody giving an unuseful lecture, though.
that also works. Oh, do you know what I think it is? So I think what actually happens is that Chaz is basically a bounty hunter who wants to be a preacher, and Thrax is a preacher, acolyte, whatever, who actually wants to be a bounty hunter.
That's funny, actually. Yeah.
Hence their like backgrounds and whatever. Um, so I think Thrax is like actually like not good at giving sermons or whatever, but they're passable and they're standard, you know. But he like really, really thinks about kidnapping people, hunting people down, you know, just bounty hunter things. What kind of equipment are you gonna give him? Oh, this is a pose.
Shh, 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 shh. He's giving an impassioned speech. This is like a rock or something.
Oh, I see. It's actually just a big book that he never opens. Okay. So our friend Thrax is a cleric. You know, standard stuff. Spell casting, but also kind of beefy. Focused probably on healing, especially if they're life domain cleric.
I hate this. No,
But
no, no, that's fine. The drawing I hate.
you can delete your art. You can
I
start
am
over.
I
It's
deleted my art.
fine.
I deleted my art. I don't like it.
Okay. Um yeah, so I feel like the life domain cleric is like the pretty vanilla, like this is the Healy cleric that does the heals, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So obviously they get the same channel divinity of like turn undead, like all clerics. Which also works really great if we say like oh, did we say anything about the undead?
Not really, no.
Well, the way that I see it is that if we do like a water genie or whatever, there could be like water ghosts basically. Like that's the vibe.
Like water spirits of some kind.
Yeah, water spirits. That's like what the warlock specializes in, is like doing these spirits. So the second channel divinity option for this life domain cleric. Oh, there's like really not a lot of features. Okay. Second channel divinity is preserve life. Um so basically as your action you can restore 5 times your cleric level of hit points. And you can divide it among a number of creatures. So if you have like multiple people who are down, you can just be like, okay, everybody gets it. It's kind of like it's like a pool of hit points in the same way that lay on hands is a pool.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very lay on hands energy.
It's lay on hands, but you have to use it all at once. Also, you should know that I was gonna call it touch hands. Uh, Also, as a life domain cleric, when you do healing, you just also add the spell's level to the amount of damage healed. Oh, 2 plus the spell's level. Which is just like nice because by level what? Uh, Even by level 1, you're adding like 3. You're adding 3 hit points for a level 1 cure wounds or healing word. And healing word does not do a ton to bring ups.
Yeah, that could actually fully double the damage that healing word does.
Yeah. This pose is crazy.
Look, I'm struggling. Okay.
I just think it's funny that you're giving him the 2-part torso when I very clearly just gave mine a rectangle.
I think it
The
needs to be.
torso pelvis.
Look, I've already deleted my art again. I think it just needs to be a
Oh.
bean. I think we need to have a bean here.
I do a lot of bean anatomy, so
Bean anatomy.
bean anatomy. Also, you know what else is nice for their spell list? Because with spell lists, they don't count towards the number of spells. You know, you just have like cure wounds, lesser restoration, revivify as
Yeah,
the
like spells that
you
you
just
are
get.
absolutely obligated to take as a cleric. You just have them.
You don't have to think about preparing them. They're just there. Also like bless too. And spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon is one of my favorite spells because it's not concentration. It just hangs out.
You just do the hangout.
Hang out and bonk.
That's nice. Hang out and bonk. Cool. Oh, and then at 6th level, when you heal someone else, you also get some healing back. Which is also nice. Holy shit. At 8th level, you just do an extra 1d8 radiant damage when you use a weapon attack.
Yeah, clerics are actually really good frontliners. Like clerics
That's
and
kind of crazy.
paladins have a very similar flavor about them.
One does more bonk, one does more heal, but they're both good frontline / healing characters.
I just don't know how to make this drawing say bounty hunter.
Well, mine didn't say acolyte, so
You can draw like clothes on yours though that say acolyte, you know what I mean? Like the chainmail can have one of those little bib on it.
oh, it does. It do need a bib. I feel like maybe it need Just a lot of weapons in the back, just like a little pile of weapons for flavor.
This one?
Yeah, I don't know. Could draw a conspiracy board in the background.
I'm wondering if they just need a little net, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, you could like I feel like even just putting any hip weapon on them would read bounty hunter.
Maybe we put little spurs on their cowboy boots.
Word. And then oh, this is really good, but we know we don't play high level stuff, but at 17th level, you just when you restore hit points. Yeah, when you restore hit points with a spell, you just automatically do max.
Oh,
You
that's
max out your
rad. That's
healing.
so good.
Right? Because the worst feeling in the world is when you use like a high level heal and
And
then
then
you
you
roll
roll
ones on
four
every
ones.
single die. Yeah. That's the worst. Like,
Especially if you do like a
you're
mass
like,
cure wounds or something.
yeah, and then everybody's like, cool, thanks for the 4 hit points, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the least upsetting pose yet. The key is always to go simpler, folks.
Whoa. Who'd have thought?
Especially if you can't draw for shit.
Who would think?
Okay, this is a net. Like one of those thrown nets. You know the ones.
Yeah, I do know the ones.
And then maybe like do we give them like a flail?
I like the way flails look.
I know, but what says cleric bounty hunter? What kind of weapon says cleric bounty hunter?
What weapons can clerics use? I don't actually
Pretty
know.
much all of them, actually.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
You
hold
get
on.
all simple weapons. You don't get melee weapon or martial weapons though.
I think you can learn to use martial weapons. Also,
Gotcha.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure maces and warhammers are martial weapons. So I think it's like a
And those
matter
are the
of.
starting weapons.
Yeah, I think. Oh no, maces are melee weapons. I just think it's like kind of between you and your DM. I personally don't care. I'll give all my PCs martial weapons. It's just like one of those things that it's like, it doesn't matter.
That's fair. I mean, I really think crossbow screams.
Bounty hunter, right?
Yeah.
Like one of them one handed crossbows. This hand crossbows.
Yeah.
It's like one
Yeah.
of the hardest weapons to draw, but yeah, you're totally right.
You don't have to.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no.
making a suggestion.
I'm gonna do a hand draw crossbow for sure, but I do think that this person needs like a religious bib or something. Religious bib, you know? That thing, a religious bib.
Yeah, the standard thing that all
All religions have a bib.
religious bib. Oh, let's see. What do you get as a bounty hunter? Oh my god.
You
You
know I
get a
don't
musical
know.
instrument.
No.
You get a game. Okay, sorry, no, you get tool proficiencies. Wait, can I just read the equipment
Yep.
from the exact text?
Yep, go for it.
A set of clothes appropriate to your duties, and a pouch containing 20 gold pieces. That's it. That's all you get.
Religious bib. Religious bib.
Religious bib.
I'm gonna give this little friendo like just the most chibi ass innocent eyes.
You have to. cheese eyes. Eyes like cheese. Okay. So these dumb bitches
I've already
both.
forgotten what your horns look like on your kobold. I was gonna like try and make them a little matching, but it's just not. It's just gonna be what it is.
It's like that on one side, and the other side has like kind of like three and a diagonal down. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like a diagonal into the head.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Um. So these dumb hoes show up
These
to the Oasis
absolute
and
garbage
go.
idiots.
They show up to the Oasis and they go, "Wow, this must be the big dragon worship place." And then this warlock, who I feel like this warlock should also be a kobold or a lizard folk, maybe,
Yeah, absolutely.
just to like sell it. I feel like what happens is that these two are really dumb,
So
but
dumb.
the warlock sees them like fighting each other basically outside the Oasis compound and goes, "They would be useful."
Useful and easy to manipulate.
Yeah. I know, buddy.
Yeah, buddy, meow it.
He's such a clown. Oh, Harold. Um, how big do we think like the Oasis compound is? Like popularity wise, like I feel like it has to be pretty big.
I feel like it's probably one of the only big cities in the desert, right?
Yeah. I feel like it also has to have other dumb bitches who think it's the big dragon compound. Those are your claws. I feel like the warlock probably has televangelist vibes. Oh my god, those are your claws. He's being a needy bitch right
This
now.
audio is insane.
He's being a needy bitch. But I do kind of feel like the warlock has vague televangelist vibes.
We love a televangelist villain though.
It's funny.
I think they make a good villain. It's just a funny dynamic.
It is a funny dynamic. And I think that these two are maybe his worst performing in terms of
Conversion rate. Hello.
hello.
Oh,
Can you
good.
hear me?
There it is. Okay. Yeah, we lost you for a second there.
Okay. I was saying that I think that these two have the actual worst rate of convert from the Inquisition aspect,
Yeah, but they're
but they're
probably the
just really
best at
useful
actually beating
fighters
the
to
shit
have.
out of people. Yeah. They've got this enthusiasm about
Yeah.
them, and they're just not good at the job.
Mm-hmm.
But they are
Mm-hmm.
enthusiastic.
Exactly. They're enthusiastic and they're really good at punching.
which I think is like really endearing, actually.
Mm-hmm. This cat is being really needy right now.
When is he not, though?
That's a good point.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Um. Yeah. I feel very much like the oasis that's taking resources from the desert is good energy. But I also think that part of their like campaign or whatever, their adventure is finding the actual big dragon um place of worship, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it necessarily needs to be like one place that is the place where the big dragon is worshipped, or it's just kind of like a vibe and an energy. Like
Whatever
they
it
need
is,
to get act.
they discover the true meaning of the big dragon in the sky.
Yeah. It could literally be like the big dragon compound is in the sky and they were too stupid to figure that out. You know?
The instructions were there all along.
Yeah.
I don't know how to draw the bottom part of this thing's jaw.
I mean, I would just go full anime and kind of round it out. Like drop and then round the chin. Yeah. Hi, buddy.
I think I hate this.
Well, what's new? You can't sit there. Okay. Bud, do you want to sit still?
I mean, you know the answer to that is no.
He's just walking over all of my keyboards. I tried clipping his nails the other day and it did not go well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I got two.
Your sound cut out for me for a second there again.
Oh no.
I don't know, it might be okay on stream. It might just be on my end.
Dear internet, we're trying our best.
Which frankly, not a lot. It's not a lot. Our best is the bare minimum.
Okay. Yeah. Our Harold keeps trying to lay down on my keyboard that's doing sound, so that might be part of the issue. You're being disruptive.
I mean, he's always disruptive.
That's his life. Winston is currently crouched by the window, clearly looking at something he wants to kill. Just like outside the window, shaking his little butt. His actually rather large butt. Oh my god, he's so
Cats
funny.
are such dumbasses. I think I'm gonna make it so that this thing doesn't have a neck.
We love a no neck character. That's
Just like
basically us.
a big cowl.
I mean, the reason I draw so many things with like turtleneck, collar, whatever, is so I don't have to figure out the neck situation.
Don't have to figure out how the head connect to the body.
Yeah, pro tip, pro art tip, don't get better at things you don't know how to do. Just cover them.
Just learn how to just not have to deal with them.
Yeah. And then it becomes a stylistic choice.
He's just protecting his neck from sunburns. It's a normal fashion choice.
Sunburns in the desert. Exactly. You get it.
I hate this cowl too. Hold on. I think it just needs to be like. Yep, that's fine. Okay, we're gonna roll with this.
Oh my god, what if Big Dragon in the Sky is trying to get in contact? Is like, you know how clerics are supposed to speak with their deity every once in a while, or most clerics do, anyways?
Mm-hmm.
What if Big Dragon is trying to get in contact with Thrax constantly about them being in the wrong place? And Thrax being too stupid to understand why he's getting visions in the middle of the night.
He's like, yeah, man. That soup we ate tonight is giving me weird dreams.
Yeah. And Big Dragon in the Sky is like, no, 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 no. I love the kobold features. Kobolds reach adulthood at age 6 and can live up to 120 years, but rarely do.
Honestly, I ignore
Thanks.
the vast majority of D&D canon race features. They're just useless.
They're not fun.
I kind of like one of the things that NADPOD has discussed before is just like choosing one of the racial features stat blocks to just give yourself the various features and then just making your character look however the fuck you want them to look.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way to do it. That's the most fun way to
That's
do
more or
it.
less how we do it at home also.
Yeah, yeah. Religious bib, religious bib.
Oh, look, we're getting there cuz it also does have to be armor, unfortunately.
We hate that for both of us.
Yeah, this stream has been historically really good at drawing armor.
Both of us definitely know how to draw really structured clothing and, you know,
Yeah, I definitely understand what all the pieces of armor do also.
I understand how they fit together. I understand what they're protecting.
Yeah, like I understand where pauldrons connect to the rest of the armor for sure.
Yeah, and it's definitely not you're definitely not confused about it and you definitely don't have fucked up shoulders. So,
And if I do, it's an artistic choice. What can I say?
what can I say? That's what I say about everything in my drawing. It was an artistic choice. But you can't sit there.
I've made a mistake because now I need to figure out what kind of pants this horrible thing wears.
Pant? Brown?
Maybe I'll
Pant is
give
brown?
them. I'm gonna give them the like armor that has the like skirt on it.
Mm. That's a good idea. And then the skirt can be very close to the cowboy boots.
I've solved it.
I feel like Thrax is one of those individuals who claims it's a man skirt, so it's not gay. Um,
The thing is, Thrax is definitely gay.
they're definitely both gay.
Friends to lovers. An office romance story in the Inquisition.
Yeah, just normal things.
A classically romantic setting.
The Inquisition.
Friends into lovers. To strangers again. I don't know what the symbol of the water dragon is.
I was just gonna do kind of the waterbender symbol.
Surf's up, bro.
I guess. I mean, I guess. It's the correct energy.
I know. I know what I'm about.
I know what I'm about.
Which is to say, chaos. What do cowboy boots look like?
Boot. They look like boot with pointy toe.
Please. I meant the top of them. What does the top look like?
Oh, it can kind of be whatever. I usually just do like the dip. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like a sweetheart neckline, but for the side of a boot. That's what I normally do, anyways.
I think the background of this stream is just a lot of noises of Moose trying to escape.
Oh, Moose.
She's fine. Nobody have sympathy for her. She's just being dramatic.
Where's she trying to escape to, though?
Just to go harass Justin, probably.
Oh.
No, don't awe that.
But she's so cute.
I mean, look, she is really cute. It's very cute, okay.
They want to be friends. Well, she wants to be friends. Justin's just kind of existing.
I don't even know if she wants to be friends so much as she wants to just kind of like let him know who's in charge.
That sounds right. That sounds extremely right.
I think I have done too much detail on this cowboy boot, and what I actually want is a horrible pointy nub foot.
Yeah, always do a horrible pointy nub. I don't understand.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the good shit.
Oh yeah, buddy. Wow. Look at the heel on that boot.
It's for poking.
It's for stabbing.
There's gonna be cute little spurs on the back too.
I feel like kobolds should get a claw attack, no?
Yeah, they should. They absolutely should.
Like a 1d4 plus strength claw attack.
Yeah, they absolutely should, but I think the reason they don't is because they already have pack tactics. It's just
That's
like,
true.
too
Pack
much.
tactics is like
Yeah.
pack tactics is fantastic.
Especially for any kind of melee fighter.
Mm-hmm. So good. So good.
I think what I need in my life is to just try and like detach myself from trying to do any kind of perspective, and like everything about my art will just get easier if I do that.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I know, but I'm like not that advanced yet, you know? I just haven't gotten there with my life and my spirits.
I just never learned how to do perspective, so I just kind of vibe with it. I feel like this is a very different style for you.
Yeah, I'm pushing outside of my comfort zone.
Wow, that's character growth.
Live on the internet.
Live on the internet, it's character growth.
Yeah, normally my style on this stream is cursed quasi realism.
And now it's cursed cartoon.
I'm thinking about leaving them eyes pupilless.
Oh, I do. You know, I do that all the time.
Just like a completely empty eye.
I could count. Like, there's so many. No pupils. It's funnier. My Aaron, no pupils. Funnier. I think my Vinny also doesn't have pupils.
Vinny doesn't have a soul though, so it makes sense not to have pupils.
Yeah, Gleg also no pupils.
Also, no soul.
Here, let's go into our art folder and I can count how many of the ones that I've done that have pupils, and I think the answer is zero. Unless I did dot eyes. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, let's look at what a hand crossbow looks like now.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
think any of these
interesting.
drawings I've done have pupils, so just make it cursed. Oh, Winston is here. Oh, big. Hand crossbow. Oh, go sit on that. Oh, look at his little nub hand. We love a nub hand.
It's a nub hand kind of drawing.
It is nub hand energy. Honestly, I would be fine if you just drew a gun.
The thing about guns is that they are actually easier to draw than crossbows.
You could do like a blow dart gun, you know?
No, I fully don't.
Like a tranquilizer situation also is an option.
I mean, I think I got it. I think I got it.
Honestly, congrats. I could barely draw a lance, which is basically four straight lines.
Update, I don't got it.
It's a fucking mood.
Okay, we're gonna address that later.
Fix it in post. Fix it in post.
I see you've picked up my Fix It in Post song.
Yeah.
And then this hand, you're not even going to be able to see.
It'll just be covered in mesh.
Exactly. Is there a mesh brush on this horrible program?
Um, there's like a weird like half tone mesh thing, but I think it might be too small.
Oh, interesting.
Do you know what I mean? Like too dense. Oh, they're both here now. Kitty. Ah.
I mean, I think I'm almost definitely going to reline this drawing.
And I'm almost definitely not relining my drawing.
I know, and I'm proud of you for that kind of shit.
It's called not giving enough of a shit.
Now the perennial question. Where'd the back pauldron go?
I think that's fine. This is so much. I would just draw it going into the. Well, I guess yours are going over your thingy. Never mind.
Hold on, let me look at. I've drawn pauldrons before. Is the thing like I know how to do this in theory.
In theory.
Okay, I think we're gonna do the kind of pauldron that just goes straight into the neck piece of the armor.
Yeah, why would you not do that?
I don't know, man.
Simplify. Simplify. He's singing the song of his people. I feel like Thrax is one of those clerics um, who will just attack more often than heal.
Just
Right?
the worst kind of party healer.
He just has to have that energy. I don't make the rules.
I mean, his name is Thrax. Like just one of those clerics that's in frontline combat way too much.
You're like, dude, you're our only healer.
We
You
need you
can't
to
go down.
chill.
You can't go
Not like
down.
this, Thrax. I love the way I've given Thrax's cute little body just such an aggressive sway back.
Mm-hmm. He's hypermobile.
That's the most sort of relatable thing about him, just his bad posture.
Bad. Wait, we should figure out an actual dragon deity for them to worship.
I thought it was just the big dragon in the sky.
You're right.
Why make it more complicated?
BDINS. No, BDIS.
Wouldn't it be DITS?
Yes. Spelling is hard. Reading is hard.
Letters are hard. Comprehension is hard.
Comprehension is really hard, actually. Beat it.
My AirPods just died, I think.
Good, so you didn't hear that last comment.
If
Hello?
you just said anything, I didn't hear it.
Perfect. I made a really bad joke. Stream will know. You will
Stream
not.
will know. Okay, maybe in the last 5 minutes of this stream, I can figure out what's going on with this other hand.
Seems fake. I don't know. Ooh, my computer's making a bad fan noise right now.
Isn't it always, though?
No, this is my work computer, so it hasn't typically been making bad fan noises.
Oh yeah, I love a rounded square nub hand.
We love a rounded square nub hand. It makes everything easier. I actually also really like how they do the Pokemon hands in the first generation for the starters. Oh, I can hear the echo.
Oh, good. Okay. Hold on.
Hi, everybody.
Let's
Welcome
call
to
it.
Stream.
It's not going to be fixed.
It's cursed.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Bye.
Oh, we didn't put them on the triangle.
Okay, let me bring up the triangle. Everybody can hear the horrible echo while we do the triangle.
It's not that bad. It's like kind of a whispery echo.
Oh, good. It's reversed right now. Hold on. I do think they're on the actually playable slash shithead.
I would say that mine is more playable, no?
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe
Chaz
yours
is more playable.
I think maybe we put Chaz above TJ and Thrax below TJ.
I agree. I think that makes sense. I forget their last names already.
Don't care. It doesn't matter. I don't put the last names on this anyway.
Oh, perfect. Is Gleg on here?
Did we put Gleg on here? I feel like we did.
We must have.
Yeah, Gleg's down here, near Shithead.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, I see it. In between Tiger and Aaron. Honestly, Aaron's pretty playable after I made the character sheet. During stream, I was like, there's no way this character is playable. But when I made
Aaron
the sheet,
be more playable than Thrax?
Yeah.
Okay, we can move Aaron up, maybe?
Yeah. I know that we really wanted some for the bird world, we really wanted the perfect like in betweens, you know?
But Thrax feels like a real in between.
Yeah, but Thrax is a real in between. Aaron is actually playable because I made his character sheet. He has a lot of AC from wearing no armor.
Wild.
Yeah. No armor as a paladin, by the way.
Insane. Fully insane. Thank you everybody for watching.
Maybe next week will be less of a shit show. I don't know.
Unclear. All right. Bye, internet.
Bye.